Josh, I'm fascinated by the idea of turning frustration into innovation. Could you rewind the story of your father's issues with his collection, the broken bottle, and all that story that sparked the idea for InVintory?
Yeah, so with every story, there's obviously a story behind the story, or sort of the truth behind the story that is commonly told. So, yes, it is true that my dad broke a bottle, and that was the impetus of the company. But the way that this really started before all of that, there was some discovery of what we can do here. And I was at that time, I was graduating from university, doing a computer engineering degree. And then I went to do a master's of entrepreneurship because I kind of fell in love with business and starting a company and building apps and all that stuff. So during my time doing that master's of entrepreneurship, we had to pick a project that we wanted to move forward as our business. And you basically build a business through the master's program. I had this little side project on my computer that my dad, we talked about building a better version of a wine inventory management system because he kind of looked all over the internet and couldn't find anything that solved this problem, specifically where bottles were. So at that time, I had this project that I barely started. I think I just created it and didn't really write any code. And I said to myself, you know what, this seems like a good project to pick up and take on as my business through the master's program. So I spent pretty much 6 to 7 months just building what was the first version, or even like the beta version or alpha version of InVintory at that time. And through that process, I was able to get it in my dad's hands and learn a lot about what worked, what didn't work. And at that time, when we were about to launch, he actually was at that time, we didn't have any kind of 3D modeling technology, no location management kind of thing.
Okay.
And he was looking for a bottle to drink in Florida, and he was pulling all the shelves out. And finally, the bottle that he was looking for rolled off the shelf, broke, smashed everywhere. And at that point, it was kind of like the impetus for like, we got to really solve this problem of where are my bottles? Because if I'm just pulling out shelves looking for all my bottles, I'll never, it'll take me forever to find one. And ultimately I broke it. So that's when we innovated further and came up with this revolutionary idea of VinLocate, where you can use a 3D model to find where your bottles are.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, you already had the idea of making an inventory app, but the idea of this 3D locating technology came later.
Yes, exactly. So we did have the idea of making an app. It was supposed to be just like one of those, apps you just throw on the app store and just see how it does. And when we did that, it just got such a good reception that we started to just build on it more, innovate on it more, put more money behind it. And eventually we hired a team, found a way to monetize it, and here we are.
I see. So that was the special spark. Thanks for watching this video. You can watch the full podcast episode by clicking here, or watch another interesting video by clicking here. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section and see you in the next one.